Kiwis, stand up.
Now, please welcome the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country.
It's time.
It's time for, this is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
You all right, mate? Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm good, right.
You
I
can get a very high pitch for a big man.
I didn't realise how loud my headphones were, you see.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Just sounds like you're in a bit of pain or something.
No, I'm good. Just enjoying the moment.
Like you've got
Jay.
something,
okay.
like you've got something caught somewhere.
Yeah,
Well, it's
exactly
Big Friday.
what it sounds like.
Big Friday.
Well,
That's
sure
why
is Big
I'm
Friday. Hey, you know
God.
what, Lee Hart? Here's the really good news about Big Friday. We got like $1,000 to give away today.
Yeah, we do.
$1,000. We've got the half-ass work day.
Yep.
And that's got to happen before 5 o'clock. We've got the $500 from the guys that saved my bacon. That's got to happen at some point. We've got Karl Urban.
Is that how you say it?
Or Urbane.
Urban.
I think it's definitely not Urbane.
Well, I mean, Urbane actually would be way cooler than all of them because, you want to be Urbane.
Yeah, but you might get confused with David Bain if you that wouldn't be cool, would it?
I think it's Karl Urban.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe people... Well, I was going to say people can text us, but they can't at the moment because the textual machine is down.
Oh, no, we're back in.
Oh, here we go.
We're back in.
Here we go. Text us, New Zealand 3483. Let us know what's going on. Tell us why you need $500 cash.
And
all
what
that sort of
questions
jazz.
you want to know for our guests, you can, we can tailor our questions for you. What else, Jace? I'm excited because this is Big Friday.
Yeah.
We've had some Big Friday shows, but this one's really big.
Yeah, it's going to be massive, mate. I've got a feeling about today's show. It's going to be an absolute pearler.
Yep.
I mean, that's just beyond the $1,000 that we're going to be giving away. Isn't it good to have stuff to give away?
Tell you what, is this the Killers?
Yeah.
Are they coming next week?
Yeah, I think they are, mate. Yeah.
We're going to interview them as well.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we?
I think so.
Oh, next Friday, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right then. The Killers there on Daily Bhuja this Friday afternoon. It's bloody annoying. The text machine is down. It must be all this rampant weather we've been having, Lee Hart.
You know what? I remember old Todd Teasdale. Bloody, Ted Teasdale.
Yes.
Back in the day. You got to remember, when we started, Jace, there wasn't a text machine.
No,
on
there
radio.
wasn't, mate.
You just went out there, you talked to the listeners, you didn't rely on a crutch like a text machine.
Indeed.
To keep you going. And it's great that we've got that experience. Someone like Matt coming in, a young buck here, the text machine, I can see him freaking out now because his safety net is gone. That safety
totally,
net.
mate.
We used to walk in the tightrope without a
Do you
safety
remember
net.
when we used to get, in terms of, listeners' responses, of course,
Yep.
we used to get the old letter sack.
Yep.
Then they bring the sack of letters in and we'd go through them and read them and people made the effort. They took the time to write us letters and that's how we knew what was going on for the listeners as well.
Occasionally someone would throw a rock through a window.
Yeah, well, exactly,
with
mate.
a note on it, that kind of stuff. That was like an immediate sort of text, I suppose. But I remember the old letter sack was good and bad. I remember because in those days we were doing the show where it was pretty much a primetime family kind of show, and a lot of
it was
stuff
very
was about
family.
shout outs and people who were like perhaps had cancer or something, and they're trying to put a shout out, raise awareness, for that person, maybe raise some money.
Yeah.
And there's so many letters come through,
Plus-
and we would read a letter out about someone, and the problem was that person already died maybe a year and a half earlier because we hadn't got round to that letter yet.
Yeah.
So it's something Mania could probably relate to with the prizes.
Well, when
How
you're
long
getting
they take.
40,000 letters a day, it's pretty full on here.
I suppose
Some are jovial. Some are just going, g'day, love the show, guys.
Yeah.
Others are, look, my uncle's got this and this and this. We're trying to raise money. And
I used to love the ones that we used to get, the airmail ones. On
Yeah.
those airmail envelopes.
always open those
that was
first.
great. I actually ended up getting quite a few pen pals out of the people that sent in letters to our show. Sorry, Matt, you're itching for it. Go for it, mate.
No, I was just going to say, I suppose the difference is that I'm not living in the past, but it's unfortunate that it's one of the
wasn't
four...
that long
it's
ago, Matt.
not that long ago, Matty.
Well, I'm very sensitive on that topic. But the unfortunate thing is that it's one of the 4 times that Jace in the past 2.5 years has ever logged into the text machine.
Yeah, I know.
That it's down.
You know what happened
You
to
think
me
that's
the
got
other
something
day,
to do with
Lee? We had no power at home, and added to that, because of the storm, my daughter's school was cancelled. So she couldn't go on the computer. She couldn't go on any of her devices. I had to spend time with her, for God's sake.
yeah.
Jace, did you know only 46% of the entire world have access to the internet?
Yes, I did know that.
We're in the minority here, which means the majority aren't on the iPad. They're spending time with their daughters and sons.
Yeah, I just love the fact that I had the best of both worlds. I didn't grow up with the full-on internet world like you, Matt, yet I've got it now if I need it to communicate. But as I say, I don't need the safety net of communication coming from out there. I mean, I know what the listeners are thinking right now. They're thinking, go to a bloody song or something, you know?
Yeah, you're probably
instinctively,
right.
I know what they're thinking.
And at the end of the day, we can still speak to them on the phones, Lee Hart. It's not like we've lost all communication. It's not like we're on an island with no way of communicating to anyone.
Good point. Give us a call, 0800 Hodaki, if you need to have a chat. We're here.
Semisonic there on Daily Bhuja this Friday afternoon. What a voice. Voice. Hey, have we given away that $5,000 yet?
Not yet, but it's coming up soon, I think. I'm still
Why are you smiling at me like that, Matt? Were you
What do you
expecting me
mean?
to say
Have
something
we given it
inappropriate?
away yet? Did we give it away off air or something?
Of course not. No, I'm still in shock the fact that Lee thinks he has no patience.
Oh,
No, I'm just saying, I realise you've got to acknowledge your own faults. And, I've got plenty of good points. I'll be the first to admit that. But what I'm saying is, when it came to teaching a kid to ride a bike, or I'm not very good at that, or even guitar. I'm teaching my daughter to play guitar right now. And it's so easy to go, look, just go on the damn internet. It's all on there. Which
yeah, I
didn't
know what you're
have,
saying.
of course.
I tend to go the other way, actually, with my daughters, particularly when I'm teaching them about life. I go too long. I go too far. I'm too patient.
Yeah, that's
and
it,
I just
yeah.
crap on and on and on. Having said that, Lee Hart, while I was teaching, I was a very good teacher, and they were very sad to lose me.
What were you teaching?
Primary kids.
Really?
I was a bloody good teacher, man.
Put it
I
on
was top notch.
Put it in that registry.
Yeah, what happened?
Matt, come on, buddy. Jeez Louise.
It's whack and changing.
Hey,
Let's,
no,
I'll tell you what, let's go straight to a phone call. I'm going to take one randomly. Come in, caller.
Oh, no, you didn't push anything then.
What are you doing?
Okay, hold on. Try this one then.
What the hell are you... Oh, there we go. Hello, caller, you're on the Bhuja line. Who are we speaking to?
Dan, g'day, mate.
G'day, mate. How's life, Dan?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How we doing?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
What's on your mind?
Ringing up about the $5,000, mate.
Oh.
Which $5,000 you after? The half-assed work song thing? Or the...
Yeah, that's the name.
Or the Save My Bacon 500.
Save the bacon.
What would you, Dan, just on that note then, because of course when we were giving that away, we need someone to tell us why they need $500. Why does Dan need $500?
Just give it to him, shall we?
Yeah,
Get it done.
just do it to me.
Are you in a conundrum, Dan? Are you in a pickle?
Have you blotted your copybook, mate?
What was that? Oh, just turn my radio down.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
idea,
that'd be
mate.
good.
That's a good plan.
Would have been good 2 minutes.
Speaking of
Turn
blotting...
the rock. You've got the rock on in the background. You might have to turn that down if you can. Now look, why do you need the $500 cash?
Oh, I'm a struggling student, mate.
Student? Yep. What are you studying?
Health and wellbeing, dude.
You're going to be struggling for a long time then. And whereabouts are you studying?
Wintech.
Wintech.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good stuff. Health.
A new one, is it? Okay. And if we gave you $500 cash, you'd put that towards your studies or maybe some relaxation activities?
Probably a bit of both, eh? Yeah, we've got I Am Giant on tonight, State of Mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See?
Hope you're not planning on spending it on narcotics. I know State of
Nah,
Mind's
mate.
a bit of a...
He's into health, Matt, for God's sake.
Well, I just know that State of Mind's very doof.
Oh, is
yeah,
it?
nah, but need done that, mate. Fucking over that. Excuse my language.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
Dan, we'll definitely take note of your number here, and
Why aren't you writing anything down, Jason?
Well, I am actually writing it down, Matt. Just got to put my glasses on there. There we go. Oh,
And there you go. That's the kind of stuff we're after, people. $500 cash. Thanks to Save My Bacon.
Listen out for that half a song, too. Oh.
Radio Hodaki's half-assed workday.
All thanks to the bloody great New Zealanders at driven.co.nz.
yes, indeed, your chance to win $5,000. You just have to be the fifth caller through, Lee Hart. It's as easy as that, my friend. Hello, Paul. You're on the Bhuja
Oh,
line.
he hung up off the bat.
Oh,
He knew.
So does that count? Does that count? That's
yeah,
one.
That counts.
Gemma.
Hello.
G'day, mate. How you going?
Good, thank you.
That's good, Gemma. I'm sorry to say you're caller number 2.
Shit. Okay.
Number 2, shit. Yes.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
very good. Well done. Natasha.
Yeah.
How are you going down in Dunedin?
Good. Yeah, it's a fine day today down here today.
In the bathroom.
Yes. I mean, I'm in the New World bathroom. I'm walking the dog. I've just tied him up. So
Is that a euphemism?
You're walking the dog in the New World
I'm
bathroom.
walking a dog. It's a boxer, and it's all 4 legs.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, you're caller number 3, I believe, Jason.
Yes, that's right. Sorry, Natasha. Hello, caller. You're on the Bhuja line. Who are we speaking to?
It's Ryan.
Ryan.
Oh, so close.
Oh, filthy. What's the plan for the weekend, Ryan?
Pretty laid back one, I think. Just gonna might hit the river for a fish.
Oh, good on you, mate.
Good on you.
Good on you. But I'm sorry to say you're caller number 4.
Oh, fully stink.
Oh, sorry, buddy. But you have a great weekend anyway. Hello, caller. You're on the Bhuja line. Who are we speaking to?
Hi, how you doing? This is Dane calling.
Dane. How you going, Dane?
I'm doing very well, thanks, mate.
That's good. Where are you calling from?
Tauranga.
Tauranga.
Tauranga, that's the one.
Just a bit of a thing, seeing you talk about Tauranga. The Greaton Super Liquor down there actually has Wacky Chang at $19.99 at the moment.
Rubbish pronunciation of Tauranga.
Yeah, I was going to say Tauranga.
Well, thanks for Tauranga.
But let's get back to the case and
Yeah, sorry,
point
mate,
here.
sorry.
Dane, what do you do, Dane?
I'm a truck driver.
That's good stuff, mate.
Big rigs.
No, just delivering aluminium windows and doors.
Oh, yep, ranch sliders.
Something local. Yep, do ranch sliders.
You do ranches? Nice, okay.
Well, the great news for you, Dane, and I think you already know what the great news is. You've won $100,000, mate.
Oh my goodness, that's bloody fantastic.
Is there anyone out there you want to thank? I mean, other than us and stuff, of course, but also perhaps your family, anyone, do you one chance to maybe do a bit of a shout out to your loved ones?
Yeah, I can do that. The Miller family and Carolyn and my dad Bob.
Oh,
there you
go. Good on
Yeah.
you, Dane. What are you going to do with the 500?
I haven't really thought about it. I'm pretty nervous at the moment.
Oh, don't be nervous, mate. You just won $100,000.
Probably treat the family out
Sweet.
and pay some bills and make the most of it.
Good on you, buddy. Hey, congratulations, Dane. You stay on the line. Our good mate Tom will sort you out in Studio B.
That's brilliant, man. Thanks a lot.
No worries, buddy. Thanks for calling.
Where were you? And this was number 111. Here's the Pixies.
Here comes your man indeed. That's a great song. What's wrong?
I'm just getting texts here from my wife about... I don't know.
Did she, incidentally, it may be because she listened to the show last night and heard you crapping on about the cupboards in the kitchen.
Well, that's half the point.
Yeah.
I mean, our kitchen at the moment looks like something out of... Don't know how to describe it, really. There's no cupboards on it. Imagine...
Did she tell you what she's doing with them?
No idea. They've been sent away somewhere. And now I get a text. Sometimes you could clean up the kitchen rather than leaving it filthy. She's obviously got home. I've come into radio in a rush, of course.
Yes.
It was hardly that bad. A couple of frying pans and a couple of knives and forks here and there. It's hardly bad at all. Oh, poos on the lawn apparently from the dog. So I'm supposed to pick that up every 5 minutes, am I?
Definitely from the dog?
Well, definitely from the dog. Gee.
Is that your job specifically? Is it to pick up the poos?
Well, that was my next text. Is that my job, is it?
Right, okay.
You see?
Yeah.
Well, you're saying it's your wife's job to do all the household chores?
Not at all. But
Are you saying that your wife is potentially overreacting to the scenario that she's found herself into, and the fact that there's like 2 frying pans in the sink is hardly warranting of calling it filthy and disgusting?
What I'm saying, Jace, is maybe last week she wouldn't have gone on about it. You know what I'm saying?
Why? What happened last week?
Nothing. It's more what's happening this week.
I don't understand what you mean.
I do, and I'm turning my microphone on.
I'm saying it's not that bad, yet,
No, I don't know. I don't understand.
Maybe other things are coming into play slightly here. Things.
With your wife?
I'm going to wait here until I see it click in
I don't know how
Jace's brain. Might film it.
So something has happened with your wife last week?
No. Maybe it's more... look, I don't even know. I'm just grasping at straws here. I'm saying sometimes women go through changes in their lives.
Oh, right, okay.
There it is.
Okay, sorry. You completely lost me there. Mind you, to be fair, about halfway through it, I tuned out.
And to be honest with you, I think, in my defence, perhaps you don't notice the odd plate sitting on the bench, etc., when all the cupboards are off the walls.
I
don't
okay.
notice that thing all of a sudden. It looked pretty tidy to me.
For the record, I tend to agree with your wife, especially if she's listening right now. Big fan.
Yeah, but you're really anal though, Matt, because you clean your shoes and separate all your washing and have everything in neat little piles. I mean, there's nothing wrong with. I mean, I hate these people.
I'm a pretty tidy guy.
I'm not saying this about your wife, by the way.
He's saying Lee's
Leahart.
wife's being irrational.
I'm just saying that people that have these homes that they insist on making look like they're from House and Garden, where you feel terrified of sitting down or knocking something over because it's like a bloody museum. It's like an art gallery.
You ever sold a house? When you're supposed to be, those got open home every day. Nothing worse than that.
Exactly.
Walking around like a furniture showroom. Can't believe it.
Whereas my house is kind of grody. It's kind of it's not it's not dirty, but there's it's lived in. It's a living house, not some bloody art exhibition. Not like the little pristine neon lighted, white walled, immaculate sort of little flat that you live in.
I don't think you should be weighing in on Lee's sort of personal life as much as you are here, Jace.
I think Jason's agreeing with me a little bit here. He's on my side. I think my wife, she's got a point. I could have done more when I rushed into radio to do an award-winning radio show, trying to do my prep and stuff. Sure, I was under pressure, and maybe I left the odd plate or a frying pan sitting around. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I was under pressure.
To be fair, we were at the pub for an hour and a half beforehand. We only got here at 3:54.
Yeah.
We shouldn't know that until you said that.
Right, sorry about that.
Well, I'm looking forward to the next hits, particularly if she's just been listening to the last 4 minutes. Good luck, mate.
Daily Bhuja.
Powder finger beer on Daily Bhuja this Friday afternoon. Manaya, what are you doing in the
She
studio,
missed a
by
bit
the
of
way?
powder finger. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, Manai, what was that, Jess?
I was saying, what are you doing in the... you've got the guitar as well. Are you doing Name That Tune tonight, are you?
Well, Lee threw it down yesterday and I sort of heard a few rumblings, so I just came in to see what the go was.
So what we've done, once again, I think we're going to go to vote. So what you can do, you can either vote on the...
Well, no, I reckon that... why don't you have a bit of a playoff?
So we're gonna go for either Lee Hart's Name That Tune or Mania Stewart's What the Pluck.
Yeah,
very good, Matt.
Okay, how are we gonna? How's that? That's a good idea, actually.
Okay, you play a tune and he plays a tune, and people.
What guess?
Well, everyone, the first thing they've got to do is say which was the coolest song.
Okay.
Imagine if we had these conversations off here.
Yeah, probably would be better.
No, I reckon that's good. That's good.
So what people would say, what was the coolest song? What about who played it better?
No, because how would they know?
Yeah, there we go.
How would they know? They don't. You can't compare.
Well, there's some very talented musicians out in the world.
You can't compare apples and oranges. If I play a Who song and he plays something like something fruity, like he's probably going to do, how do you compare apples and oranges?
Okay. So we're no closer to solving this dilemma then, are we, really?
We are. What will happen, around about Name That Tune time...
Which is very shortly.
Mania will finger away and do a little bit of...
Beg your pardon?
He will do his thing, and I will do my thing.
Well, then how does
the winner will travel through to the next round and play Name That Tune for the country.
For the prize.
Will the person that wins... have to change the tune from what they played originally?
Yes, they will.
Okay, good. Okay, then
I tuned out a while ago, so I can only imagine what people listening have done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Get out, Mania. You've distracted us from our...
Actually, no, Mania, while you're there, why don't you play something?
Well, now.
Yeah, this thing, and I'll play something in the next break, and that gives people time to get their votes together.
Well, no, I think you need to play them together because otherwise there's too much... People will go, oh, what was his tune again? Because there's two songs coming up. So you need to do it simultaneously.
Okay, well, you do your bit now, I'll do my bit now too.
So,
you got anything? Okay.
So I'm going to play this and then, just play a little bit of this and then pass you the guitar, you'll play a little bit of yours.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Here's Mania's Name That Tune.
Do I play the sting?
Potential Name That Tune.
I do play the sting.
Right.
Okay.
You don't have to name it, you just got to say which...
You're talking over the sting
which
now.
artist you want to go through.
You should refer to yourselves as artists.
Do you think that's a bit bold, mate?
Bullshit artists.
What have you got for us there,
Well, I
Mania?
didn't know this was going to happen right now.
Well, there you go. That's the pressure of live radio. Live performing, Mania. Get used to it. Welcome to the real world.
Way you go, mate.
Closet guitarist.
I believe in you, Mania. No, very good. All right, Hart, it's your turn. It's time now for Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
I see you going down the... I see you going down the sort of the blues, guitar, rock and roll.
Bowling pace there,
field.
Mania.
Well, see, I thought you might have gone down that road, so I thought I'd beat you to it.
It's kind of my field.
I tell you what he's done, Lee Hart. He's thrown down the gauntlet, mate.
All right, mate.
Anyway, here's
All right, here's Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
I've already played. Do I play it again?
Oh, not bad.
He's bowling pace.
Okay, so who gets to do Name That Tune tonight? Mania and or Lee Hart 3483, let us know. We'll take your votes and go from there. In the meantime, here's Arcade Fire.
Jason Hoyt, Lee Hart. It's Bhuja on Radio Hodaki. Made to suck my kiss.
Red Hot Chili Peppers there on Daily Bhuja. Well. We've had a big vote-off between Mania for Name That Tune and, of course, Lee Hart. Can I just say one thing in terms of the votes?
Yeah, I thought I was... Karen.
We've had one vote for the Sting. So that's good news for the Sting.
Also
Plenty
one
votes
vote
for both of us, though. Plenty for Mania and many for me.
Yeah, quite. I'm having to say at this point, Lee Hart, that you're in charge here. But can I just maybe throw a cat among the pigeons here?
Yeah. What,
And-
both of us play it?
No. Can I play something, please?
Can you play the guitar?
On guitar?
Something you don't know about me. Can I have a bit of a,
All right,
a bit of a tune
There
here?
you go. Knock yourself out. Pass it. Yeah.
Lovely guitar. And I've always wanted
careful with
to...
that, mate.
You are right-handed, okay.
I've always wanted to have a bit of a jam on it. Okay.
Okay,
You
well,
good?
in your own time, I suppose.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah,
Jesus.
what?
A bit of a cliche song, doesn't it?
It's the quality, mate.
How are you doing that on one guitar?
Don't try and distract me, fella.
Judging by that fingerwork, your wife is a lucky woman.
Oh, stop it, Matty.
We're gonna.
I've got to get some votes, surely.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's a predictable song, but it's one of the few ones that I know
I hate the
well.
Eagles.
What, you what?
I hate the Eagles.
Well,
All right, well, there you go. The vote
hates the
continues.
Eagles?
Is it going to be Jace, Mania, or myself?
Actually, can you pass that over, Joe?
Oh, don't tell me, Matty. Don't tell me. This is going to be a four-way, is it?
I enjoyed that. I thought you were a bit flat.
Oh, get out!
I wouldn't have played what I did if I had known that. That's where we
Flat
said
my
the bar.
ass. So what are we doing now then? Because now I've thrown my... We have to wait for everyone to vote on
do it
me.
after
Yeah, we'll
five,
just see.
I think.
We'll just get a vibe on the votes.
What?
Come
Bloody
out-
hell, Jace. What the heck are you doing to that guitar? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Making sweet love
That's
to
good.
it.
Yeah. That's good. Thanks,
You're
mate.
choking it. You're choking it.
I thought he was saying I was sort of ruining it somehow or something, but thanks, mate. Thanks.
Hey, coming up, we've got Karl Urban, the actor, coming in to chat about movies, Hollywood, this and that.
And we haven't even
camping.
resolved the Name That
Well, I
Tune
wouldn't
now.
be surprised if he can play guitar too.
Well, let's just chuck him in the pile, shall we?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's all coming up after 5.
Daily Bhuja.
Yes, indeed. Great to have your company this Friday
Check.
afternoon. 2 for 22. I'm a little bit upset by the fact that some people are questioning whether I actually played that tune, Lee Hart, for Name That
You're
Tune.
joking.
Some
Well,
people are
I can
actually
assure the
questioning me.
listeners that we should have videoed it. That's the point. We didn't, did we?
No.
Oh, well.
But I tell you what, mate. I'm very excited about our next guest. Huge star. Huge.
And big fan of the show.
Big fan of the show. Mate, I'm going to take you right back to 1992. Trunick Bear. 98, Heaven.
Yeah.
98, via satellite.
You're reading all this off them.
Actually, I'm looking through all the films that he actually has done. I can't be asked doing that, mate. We'll be here all night. Was that Wikipedia, Tom? Right, okay. Well, we're very, very excited to have in the studio a big fan of the show, as Lee Hart said, the one and only Karl Urban. G'day, mate.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. It is great to be here on this Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
Right?
Yeah, man.
We don't normally have guests on Friday the 13th because something normally goes wrong.
Yeah,
But,
totally. Mate, totally.
we thought on this occasion we would, and you've come in.
Well, it's not every day you get the chance to have, Karl Urban on the show.
Well, that's right.
Leah,
That's right.
Sam Neill, we've been trying to get Sam on the
What's
show.
his problem?
But, what's wrong with Sam? Has he got a bit of an issue?
Well, look, the guy owns a winery. Let's just start right there.
Okay, yeah.
And I know he likes his own product.
Yeah, has he said anything to you about the show, though? I mean, we've been in touch with him
hundreds
years now.
Literally
I'm coming in. We got into, you're sweet. What's his problem?
To be fair, though, he does live in the South Island, so that could make things a little bit tricky.
We're big down there, though. We're big down. Hold on. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, Carl. Sorry about this,
another text come through. This isn't guitar related. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bogsy from upstairs.
Bogsy.
Sorry, mate, if we just...
Sorry, Carl.
I'm with you. All good.
No, it's...
A bit of admin, no doubt.
Well,
right?
it is a little bit of admin.
Oh,
You're kidding me.
Okay, I'll just paraphrase it. Yeah, good one, guys. Giving away $33,000 again, are you? All right. We don't have that money in the company for you guys to give away that sort
Is this
of money.
for Triple Threat Tuesday?
Yeah, Triple Threat Tuesday. Is that right?
Do you actually believe that, though? Because let's just take a minute. Your colleagues on the breakfast show, I do believe, your esteemed colleagues, Jeremy Wells and that other bloke, Matt Heath, they get to go overseas all the time. They're going to Hawaii, they're going to New Orleans.
Well,
Where are you guys going? Where's your international travel?
Good point. Yeah. So we try to better our show off our own back, and we get this shit.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not acceptable. I'm a little bit apoplectic.
I've had enough, to be honest.
Carl, I'm stuffed up to the eyeballs at the moment. I can't tell you, mate, how many times Lee Hart and I and Lobo de Noche has put our asses on the line, put our asses on the table to do a great show for the Kiwis out there, to try and give them $33,000, and we get that sort of crap from Bogsy.
It could have been 50 grand. We made it 33 grand.
He's out of here.
Get a text from my wife going about the kitchen. Oh, yeah. God, yeah. She's going through a bad time of the month. She's got bloody stuff all over the kitchen. It's not your fault, Carl. It's just this is what... Friday's supposed to be a fun show.
It's supposed to be a fun show. It's the weekend. Let's bring in the weekend, folks. Have a good time.
Have you been good? You well?
Mate, I have been awesome. As you know, I went fishing yesterday, and that's any day on the water's a good day. I understand you blokes are big with the old fishing.
Well, we certainly are. I'll tell you what, you right, mate?
You're right, sorry, Carl.
Welcome back.
Sorry,
sometimes you have to walk it off.
Oh, no,
fair.
mate, I shouldn't have let that on air. I should have just taken it off.
Remember what Ted T-Sal said?
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Just breathe it in.
Yeah.
Breathe it in, suck it up.
Yeah.
Deal with it later. Now,
sorry, mate, but I just see what Bogsy does sitting up there when he's doing this. We're doing the show. He's not the one doing the show. We're doing the show. If he wants to come down here and have a word with me and Carl and you and Lobo de Noche in the studio, he can come down here.
He's gone again.
It's been a tough week. I missed Tuesday's show, and he's been under a lot of pressure.
Fair point.
Shall I play a song?
It's not your phone. Look, we'll deal with this off air, and we'll. So what the hell is this? I hate this song.
Radiohead. High and Dry. With Karl Urban in the studio. You've just tuned in. Be back shortly.
Radiohead there on Daily Bhuja this Friday afternoon. We've got an amazing guy on the show with us, Karl Urban.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, mate. Sorry, Carl.
That's all right. I totally understand.
Sorry, mate.
We don't get guests often, Jason.
My bad.
I'm with you on this, but,
You ever had a tanty on set?
Try not to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go far, would you? If you don't get a reputation as that guy that
loses the plot over whatever.
Yeah.
This has been going on for a while, so I can bear Chase. But let's move on from that.
Better to let it out than keep it in.
Yeah, thanks,
Have we got
mate.
time for fish chat?
Fish chat?
We do have a sting for that, man.
We do, but I
don't worry about it.
No,
here it is.
I do.
Might talk over this thing just
because it's quite a long one, Carl.
Now look, Carl, you're out fishing, I gather, I know, yesterday.
That's right.
Whereabouts did you go?
Just the Toto channel, actually.
The old totes.
Just the totes, mate. Yeah.
Was it coming in or coming out?
She was coming in at the time.
The tide?
And, we did really well. And, I went out despite my better judgment because, it was
Were you out
blowing.
going out by yourself? Were you?
No, I went with a mate. I got a deckhand. I had a deckhand. And I say you need a deckhand.
Deckhand, did you say?
A deckhand who does a good deckhand job. That's what you need. Right?
What's that, Matt?
I used to be a deckhand.
Did you really?
God,
did you do a good deckhand job?
He was on luxury launches, Carl. He craps on about it forever.
He's got an international reputation for it.
I tell you, that's what you need. You need a deckhand that does a good deckhand job because when you're pumping your rod and you're getting it up there, you want a quick release. And there's nothing more liberating than watching those swimmers go.
You
need someone there.
He needs to know his way around the teak.
Yeah.
So
No, totally.
you're out in the totes.
Yeah.
Tide what?
Tide coming in.
Tide coming in. Prostate tide or just coming in tide?
It was a tight tide.
Tight tide, okay.
Yeah, nice. What were you?
Was it a felching tide, was it?
No, it wasn't a felching tide. It was just a straight up. I tell you what, they were on the swallow yesterday. They were. And I don't know about you. Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't a prostate
and the
tide,
fish too. But well, let's just talk equipment for a second.
Sure.
I'm a big rod man.
Yep.
I like to keep my rod clean.
I've heard this.
After I get it wet. But what I want to know from you guys, Jason, Lee, is do you have a sensitive tip?
Well, sometimes I do. Depends what I'm targeting. A lot of people sometimes would say I've got an oversensitive tip.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and you can lose it sometimes that way.
Easy to do. Happens to the best of us.
There,
and next minute gone. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, we've seen all sorts of disasters because of Lee's sensitive tip.
Yeah.
You don't need to be having an all stocks must go clearance sale out on a boat, for those kind of reasons. But
no.
Did you get any luck? Did you pull in any fish? Because I was out the other day with we're going for the snapper, etc. With Gurnard. That was an interesting day.
You were going for Gurnard?
Pardon?
You were going for Gurnard?
No, I was with Gurnard.
Oh, you're with Gurnard going for snapper?
Yeah, Gurnard was the skipper. Gurnard was a mate of mine I fished with.
Got it.
A German guy.
Gurnard?
Yeah, Gurnard.
Yeah, you know Gurnard, don't you?
Gurnard Gunter.
I don't think I've ever met Gurnard.
You ever met Gurnard?
No, who's Gurnard?
I thought you went to his 40th.
Who, Gurnard's?
Yeah.
When did he have a 40th?
Oh, probably about 5 years ago.
Well, how do you know him? How would I know him?
I met him at his 40th.
Who, Gurnard?
Yeah.
Right, would I know him through anyone else?
Steve.
Oh, he knows Steve.
It's Steve's brother.
Oh, Gurnard's Steve's brother.
Yeah.
I have met Gurnard.
You know Steve?
I didn't go to his 40th, though.
Sorry, Carl, we just don't.
No, that's all right.
But anyway, so you were getting snapper, were you?
Yeah, I definitely was, and this is why I asked you about your sensitive tip because no, Gurnard wasn't there. But because you got to have a sensitive tip to feel the difference between you've just been mouthed and when you've been swallowed, and that is the key.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
So what depths are we talking about here? Because
I go to great depths.
There's nothing worse
than
when
all the way to the bottom
when they're gumming the tip. You know what I mean in terms of well,
they frustrating, isn't it?
They suck it, don't they?
Yeah.
And then they let it go.
I like it, to be honest. That's I would say.
Mm.
Not all the time.
So, what sort of weights are we talking about here? Did you catch anything?
No, you're talking.
Mate, we did well. We caught some beauties, absolute beauties, and of course I like the old kitchen release, as I said. It's nice to watch those swimmers go away.
Did you mind? I mean, because
it's nice to watch those swimmers go away.
It is. And I've actually seen those. Can I? Would you mind so much if we put some on our Facebook page? Perhaps?
Not at all. I think you should.
Yeah.
Your biggest?
Well, thank you very much.
Wait, your biggest catch of the day?
Yes, it was.
Okay, good.
It certainly was. Coming up, we're going to continue fish chat and much, much more. This is what's the name?
The old Pearly.
Yeah, Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam there on Daily
Bhuja. On the radio, are we?
Yeah, we're back on, mate. Great photos, Carl.
We're going to put
the
some
fish.
of those up on the
Facebook
and
page.
the other stuff you showed us too. I don't know if we can put those on the Facebook
Yeah,
page.
you okay with that?
Keep that to yourself.
Just keep
Okay.
those on the download.
There's always a danger when you're scrolling through other people's photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it happens. Marriages end like that.
You seem
Yeah.
like you like,
Yeah.
you like snapping away, don't you? Now that's that was great. Hey, let's bring it back to less about Jason I for a change. Projects. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring one that I like. That you've done. Great body of work.
What is it?
there.
Just the one, is there?
No, there's a couple. But the Star Trek stuff, right? That must have been a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun. Yeah, that is a lot of fun.
You know, you're a little bit younger than me, but the generation you grew up with, you would have been familiar with the old series.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
I used to watch the reruns with
it was
my dad.
reruns, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Even when we
reruns.
were watching it.
Yeah, I love
Did you
that old
feel
stuff.
a certain amount of pressure with that, Carl? Because, of course, you know, the old Star Trek fans, they're pretty, crazy. Did you
Yeah.
feel a bit, and you had one of the iconic characters, of
Yeah.
course. Was there a bit of pressure with that?
Hey, I won't kid you. There were times we were shooting the first movie where I was, quite anxious. I didn't want to get it wrong, And
Yeah.
D. Kelly, he's a legacy for that show. His contribution was amazing to try and step in there and give the audience some semblance of what a younger version of that character was like.
So how does the process work? And, I've seen a lot of acting myself and Jace to a degree as well. But,
To a degree. I'd like to see
No,
your acting
absolutely.
portfolio.
Hey, to be fair, I'm a huge fan of your guys. Sugar and Spice Days.
Oh, thanks,
Saw
mate.
you guys there, and your commercials, those sausage commercials,
Yeah, that was
where you
nice.
took. I mean, when do you find a gig where you get to take sausages to India? I mean, there's
Well,
there's a lot of poverty
well, there
there.
you
There's
go.
almost you did like there's a charitable event
well, that's
there.
what we do, you see. And, it's work, isn't it? And it's great. And it's a great product. You
Carl,
certainly-
Yeah, mate.
talk me through the offset catering table.
Ooh.
I want you to compare it to, say, the offset catering table to Out of the Blue.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Great movie.
Thank you. Yeah.
To a Star Trek, big budget, mega budget catering table.
It would all come out of the
offset.
machines, wouldn't it, on Star Trek?
Well,
Yeah.
it could do.
Replicated.
Tubes.
Yeah, well, look, obviously there is a difference, but I have to say, actually, the food quality on New Zealand films is second to none. The food you get in New Zealand film sets is amazing. I mean,
Good call, mate.
we're talking like roast porks with bits of fennel and
Yeah,
salt and
nice.
garlic and apple. And
Well, you see, what happens when we film Moon TV is Lee just generally buys us like a mince and cheese pie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
A gourmet one.
I'll take it
No.
off your invoice. I'll actually take it off there.
Like a Big Ben one.
This is low budget stuff, but at the end of the day, it's good quality. But with the character there on the Star Trek, did you find yourself watching a whole lot of the old series and stuff, even the movies, I suppose, to get the mannerisms, or did you want to say, look, I'm going to clear my mind of that and just imagine what a younger version would be like?
Yeah, you know what actually
Good
happened
question,
was
mate.
that was a great question. That was very professional.
It was pretty. I don't know
By
where
the
that
way.
came from.
No, what I actually did 2 years before I even found out they were doing a reboot, I actually watched the entire box set with my son, who
Good plan.
thought it was absolutely amazing. I mean, he was laughing in hysterics at the fact that they were navigating these planets and stars and solar systems with cardboard posters instead
Yeah.
of computer screens, you know. Well, it's pretty amazing feat when you think about it.
Very much so, Carl.
It certainly is. And, can you stick around a bit?
Oh, I think we should stick around.
Yeah,
All right,
good.
tell you what, let's go to a...
Weezer?
is it an ad, or what is it?
No, it's a song.
It's a song. It's a song, Lee.
I love this. Oh, no, it's a different one. Yes, welcome back to Bhuja here on the radio, here on a Friday, big Friday, of course. We're joined by Karl Urban, actor and all-round fisherman.
Great to be here.
Great to have you with us.
Great to
Talk
be
us
here.
through Dread.
Yeah.
That must have been a challenge.
That was a bit of a challenge, to tell you the truth. Yeah, we shot that in South Africa, which I have to say, I hadn't met too many South Africans here in this country who I'd gone on with particularly well, but when I went over there, I met some real great sorts, and I have a lot of love and respect for them.
Are you saying that all the sort of the arsehole ones come over here, and the good ones stay back there? Or?
You could say that. I'm not going to say that. But all
You
I'm
can always
saying,
rely,
all
you can
I'm
always
saying
rely
is I
Carl,
met some
on
good
Lee to
ones.
say it.
Okay.
Lee will say it if you don't
Yeah.
want to say it.
I met some
Always.
great ones over there, and I had a blast
doing
doing
about
it.
that, though. Off air, you were saying something about Jace.
About what, sorry?
You were saying something about South Africans or something? We're here? No, okay. We'll move on. Dread. Okay, well, let's talk about like movies in general, because I think people are interested. And you've done a lot of movies dialogue-based.
Of course they're interested.
action-based.
It's a multi-billion-dollar bloody industry.
Exactly. Do you enjoy the action?
Fair point.
Thanks,
Do you
mate.
enjoy the action stuff, or is it a bit of a pain?
Yeah, no.
I mean, a lot of people say
listen,
they love it because they do all this stuff, or is it?
I don't mind it, unless, depending on the situation, I mean, if you're talking shooting something when it's 30 degrees and you're wearing all sorts of armour and stuff,
and jumping around like the Bourne Supremacy. Was that the
Supremacy? Yeah.
I mean,
Are you the sort of guy, Carl, that likes to do his own stunts?
You know what? When I started out, loved doing them. And to be fair, I got to do some cool ones, actually. On the Bourne Supremacy, they trained me up to do a reverse 180 in a Mercedes G-Wagon and then actually let me do it in the streets of Moscow.
Awesome.
That was so much fun.
Car just out of Nelson a couple of days back, by mistake, of course.
Can I just ask, in the Bourne Supremacy, if any, how many words did you say in that movie?
Yeah, to be fair, not many, and the ones that I did say were in Russian. There's actually a scene, if you look at it, where I've just come in the car after I think that I've killed Bourne, and on the day they gave me this big, huge chunk of dialogue in Russian. And I don't know if you've ever spoken Russian, but they do things with their tongues which I can't wrap my head around. But anyway, I had the dialogue plastered on the back of the car seat in front of me. So as I'm looking out the window, I'm gazing my eyes back, going over the text, and then delivering it to the guy next to me. Little tricks of the trade, right?
And is it all kind of done like, what do you call it, not actually in Russian language, but in, I suppose it is, what do you call it?
Phonetics.
Phonetics, right. Phonetic Russian? Yeah. There you go. Okay, Thor. Or is it Tor? It's Thor, isn't it?
Thor. Oh, Tor, is it?
The god of thunder.
That must have been a lot of fun. I've got to be honest, I only watched it maybe 2 weeks ago with the kids.
I still haven't seen it, Carl, to be fair.
Yeah, okay.
It's not my cup of tea, but
I loved it.
I'll watch it now.
Would you?
Yeah.
It was great.
Apparently it's amazing.
You're not very committed to the research in this interview, are you? I mean, it'd be far better for me to call you out, but I would have thought you would at least watch the movie.
Excuse me, Carl.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this.
Wow.
It's just been printed off Wikipedia.
Karl Urban.
Yes.
Urban.
I think you're proving Carl.
Talking about phonetics. Urban.
Thanks, Jace.
Preparation.
Let's bring it back to the guest if we could. Now, look, that was a lot of fun. Taika, of course, you would have known from the old days.
Old days in
Working with
Wellington.
him. A lot of fun.
Yep, a lot of fun working with him. I mean, listen, to be fair, I think Taika's a little confused. You know, clearly he's gone and directed a movie about the god of thunder, and what he's actually done is delivered the god of lightning. Yeah. And as we all know, over the past 72 hours, there's a difference between thunder and lightning.
It certainly is.
And I think when he missed a trick there at the end of that movie, you know, Thor's power has always been the thunder clap.
Yeah.
I mean, he deafens his opponents. You know what I mean? He's standing opposite Hela, and it's really like, you better stand down, or I will give you the clap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's one way to do it, isn't it?
Do you know
Yeah.
that someone the other day got the first ever super clap?
Super gonorrhea.
Oh no, it was super gonorrhea, was it?
Not on the film set, though, was it?
No, it wasn't on.
Might have been.
It wasn't on tour. What's it called?
Thor.
Thor.
I liked your character, actually, because it was... you don't know whether if he's good or bad. If you know what I mean, that, you know, he starts off a little bit kind of, who's this sleazy guy, you know?
Yeah.
A foot in both camps kind of guy.
That's it. A foot in both what, sorry?
Both camps.
Both camps.
Hey,
goes both ways.
Yeah,
Or could go both
Is
ways.
this you too? Sneaking in.
I think it is, mate. Jeez, this takes me back.
Let's take you right back. Take you back, Carl?
Oh, all the way.
Remember when you first said this? I was buying shoes.
Wellington.
You two there on the Daily Bhuja. We've got the amazing actor Karl Urban in the studio with us. Karl, has your life gone to plan?
You know, no, actually, nothing ever goes to plan.
Right, okay.
You know?
But I mean...
Jace, I might check as yours.
Well... No, not really.
Yours,
I
Lee?
was chatting to you yesterday off air and you were... I wouldn't say crying, but what was that about?
It's a few medical things, man.
You know what I say? Life isn't always the party you imagine, Jace, but while we're here, we might as well dance.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, nice. I like it.
I like that.
What I kind of mean by that is
Barefoot
because
as well.
was it a conscious decision from you in terms of your career to go beyond New Zealand? Well, obviously it was conscious. I mean, he didn't end up there unconsciously.
Well, it has happened.
Well, yeah, that's true. It has happened.
This kind of thing.
But did you feel the need as an actor, as often our musicians, our comedians do, to sort of expand the horizons a bit?
Listen, mate, I just wanted to work with the best people that I possibly could, and I knew that the New Zealand film and television industry was limited in terms of the amount of product that it actually produced. So for me, it was always like, I would like to work internationally, and I've been blessed that it's worked out.
And with the timings of it, of course, I get the sense you probably wanted to say, look, I want to do more film than TV at the time, because you know what I mean. Like, it was pretty hard to do films, I suppose. 10 years ago in New Zealand. I'm doing the interview for you. This is what you did. This is what you did, and you said, I want to do films, etc. But funny enough, things have gone a little bit full circle now with the Netflix, etc. TV again is quite a big slice of the market again. Are you starting to notice that?
Oh, definitely. And I think there's some great storytelling on television, and in actual fact, I've just signed on to do an 8-part Amazon television series called The Boys, which I'm super excited about.
That's what I'm talking about. See,
super excited about. But that's because you've got more time to tell a story, and there's some great stories out there.
Develop your character through the thing.
True that.
Brilliant.
That was such a good question.
It was, wasn't it? And see how I rounded it off at the end.
Yeah, I was impressed by that. I don't know what's up with you
I
tonight.
think he's done his research over there. I think this corner's done the research.
It's a combination of research and instinctive broadcasting.
Well, what about the question I asked you about life and that?
That was a good one, and that was a good segue into a great quote.
Thanks,
mate. It's a bit general.
It's just a bit general. What yeah, there was that. How are you going to answer that?
Well, Wikipedia. Hello. I was really good mates with Taika too, actually.
Yeah, fair story.
Yeah, totes, mate.
Yeah.
You mentioned Sugar and Spice, of course.
Yes.
The Humour Beasts.
Yeah.
Taika and Jermaine. Well, I wouldn't say I was a mentor, but yeah, I was a mentor.
I heard he thought you were a bit of a dick.
Who? Did Taika say that?
Yeah, well, that's what I
Or Jermaine?
Well, both, I think.
Gurnard, I think.
Well, Gurnard said that. So, in terms of the people you work with, your biggest buzz, in terms of directors, in terms of actors, or who was the one that you were most intimidated by, I guess?
Well,
is that all right?
That is a good question.
Thanks, mate.
I tell you who I enjoyed working with the most, and that was probably Viggo, right in the beginning in Lord of the Rings. Mortensen. Now, that guy was a class act all the way through.
In what way? You talking about offset?
Yeah, offset, onset, the way he really, if I ever get in the frame of mind where I feel your colleague here, esteemable Jace was earlier on, and I think of Viggo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I think of Viggo and the way that he would deal with a situation and adapt and overcome. And I have a great deal of respect for that man, and just the definition of altruism. He's a really lovely guy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's good.
I've actually heard that about him. Actually, so obviously he is a pretty. I need to
let's
channel Mortensen
And let's
when
be honest,
I'm freaking out.
often in this industry that you work in, and TV, I suppose, a little bit as well. The people that you work with, offset is as much as onset, isn't it, really? Because if someone's a dickhead, you don't really want to hang out with them or work with them anymore. Sure, they can bring it on set occasionally, but you can only get away with it so much.
Well, that is the kind of beauty of working in film and television, is that for most of the time you're working in a finite period. So maybe it's 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever, and then if you don't get on, it's adios amigos.
Totally, mate.
How's your situation though?
With us?
Yeah.
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
You got to understand here.
Are you talking about him and his wife, or him and me?
Well, actually, now that you mention it,
we've covered a lot. Actually,
I think both have better chats off here, aren't they?
Earlier, but,
he's had a few texts.
We have dynamical issues here. I mean, we've got Matt coming in. He's a bit younger, and he doesn't understand maybe the structures of radio like Jason and I. The experience we bring. He's willing to learn, which I like occasionally.
See, I often quite find that the quieter ones are quite often the sharpest tools in the shed.
I feel like you're kind of trying to Yoko me here.
Well, he's a bit like a Yoko Ono, in a way.
In what way?
Well, not in a sexual sense, but more of a...
Well, I have been sleeping with Jace, but that's irrelevant.
Well, when you say sleeping with me, Matt, I mean it's gentle touching, it's not making love.
Aren't you part Asian?
1/16. I don't.
Okay, there you go. That was it.
I see. Okay, yeah. Well, Karl, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure having you in the studio with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me along here on this Friday the 13th. It's been a real pleasure. Long-time listener, long-time fan of the show.
Oh,
so real
thanks,
pleasure,
mate.
Can you when you're travelling, can you hear the show overseas at all? Can you podcast it or hear it on iHeartRadio or something?
Yeah, I had iHeartRadio for a while, and then something on my phone wouldn't work. So, but I'll definitely get back into it.
Out.
Sorry, someone just texted in saying, "Question for Karl: is that nude scene of Thandie in Westworld real?"
I haven't seen the alleged scene that your audience member's talking about, but yeah, I would imagine so.
Okay.
She's very into her work.
Okay. Yeah. Karl, thanks, mate.
Thank you very much. Bhuja
very
boys,
much.
Jace, Lee, it's been a real pleasure.
Matt, of course, running the cutter, as they say.
Yeah.
Daily Bhuja with KFC.
I'll float on, float on.
Modest Mouse there on a Daily Bhuja this Friday evening. Yes,
That's right, Jess. Now, if you've been listening to the show for, a good half an hour or so, you know that we have Karl Urban as a guest in here, which is fantastic. But before that, we were arguing over who should play Name That Tune.
Indeed.
It came down to myself, doing a meaty Chuck Berry kind of riff. We had Mania doing a blues thing, and Jace, a real black sheep.
Hello.
A real bolter came out with an Eagles classic. That was brilliant.
Thanks,
but the listeners have voted, and they don't want to hear any of us.
Yeah, okay, fair call.
But Karl, I believe you're going to actually have a crack at Name That Tune, and
you've done some amazing things in your career, Karl. Sorry, you've done some amazing things, but mate, nothing's going to top doing Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
This may well be the pinnacle right here, and I don't bring this one out too often, only on special occasions. So there you have it.
We look forward to hearing it.
Here it is, Karl Urban's Name That Tune.
Nice. In your own time.
Oh, very, very
nice.
Good. Karl Urban.
Wow.
So if you can name that tune, New Zealand, give us a call right now on 0800 Hauraki. Love to hear from you.
Daily Bhuja with KFC with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
It is great to have your company this Friday evening. Karl's had to leave the studio and feed pizza to his sons, apparently, or his son. But he did do Name That Tune, and we've got callers on the line. Let's go to Awatea in Christchurch. G'day, mate.
Hi there.
How are you going, man?
Good, thanks.
Excellent. Can you name that tune?
Yes, I thought it was Venice by the Feelers.
Interesting.
What did you say?
Venice by the Feelers.
Venus. Come, my little Venus. No.
Awatea, I'm sorry, buddy. That's not the case.
Okay, no problem.
Have a great afternoon and a great weekend, buddy. Thanks for the call. Let's go to Sam. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
How's life, Sam?
Yeah, good. Getting some cat food at the supermarket.
Yeah, good stuff.
As you do.
I'm always going to the bloody supermarket for cat food.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
I was driving at the time, but then
you didn't even have a cat though,
I
Jace.
pulled up at the supermarket and gone to get cat food.
Yeah.
What do you use cat food for,
How are you guys?
Yeah, good, thanks, Sam.
Do you have a second a tree, Jace?
Pardon?
No, nothing.
Jeez, the show just gets weirder and weirder. Now, Sam, can you name that tune?
I think so. Was it the James Bond theme tune by Karl Urban?
You're kidding me.
I've got to be honest, no offence to Karl, but, had I not been in the studio and in the know, Dr. No, if you know what I'm saying, I don't think I would have got that.
No.
No, it just sounded like a pile of noise until he did the doo-doo.
I mean, he's a massive...
That's what gave it away.
He's a massively talented guy, no question about it, but I don't know if his guitar is his forte.
He's no Andre Segovia, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was only at the very end that I figured it out.
Well done, Sam. Stay on the line, buddy, and our good man Tom will sort you out with the prize. How does that sound?
Bloody good, mate.
Good on you, mate. Good luck with the cat food.
Yeah. Oh, great having Karl here, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's a good man. Very nice man.
My nanimus took cat food for pate once.
Yeah, I can see people doing that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's all food.
It's all meaty goodness.
You know, some people eat liver straight anyway, as
It's lamb's fly.
exactly. So
I love it.
Yeah,
It's full of iron.
that's offal. Some people's offals, other people's meal.
Offal me up, mate. Kidneys, liver, all that. Chicken livers, beautiful. And a bit of brandy sauce.
Just got a text through. Your show's awful.
Ugh.
God, no need for that.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I mean, what's Carl going to think of that?
The Killers there on Daily Bhuja this Friday evening. Don't forget their tour. Their tour's here next week, I believe, isn't it? Down Welly, Christchurch and Auckland?
Yeah, it is. It is not in that order. Oh,
No, it's Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch, I think. Off the top of me head.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't quote me on this, but I think we're going to be interviewing the boys before the Auckland show next Friday. Matt, is that?
I believe that is the plan.
Okay,
Well,
so
I
bring
promise,
your A game, Jace.
Yeah, well, I promise I'll be there for that interview because, of course, I missed him the last time. I incidentally bumped into old Bogsy.
And apparently we've only got 5 minutes with them.
Yeah. You
Which
see,
is-
that
yeah.
always gets my goat a little bit.
We only need 3. So
Well, exactly. You know?
But I tell you what, that photo of us with Karl Urban is up on the Daily Bhuja Instagram at the moment.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's getting a bit of heat, is it?
Oh, it is. It is. It's going off. Viral, you might say. But if you jump up to the Bhuja Facebook page, there's still that $500 to give away thanks to Save My Bacon.
Quite right, my friend.
Remember,
Good call, Matty.
Go to the Facebook page, Bhuja Facebook, and let us know where you need to win it. And that'll be coming up very shortly.
Actually, it was quite interesting because he's a good-looking boy, isn't he, old Karl Urban? Good-looking fella. There was a few people wandering around the place that I haven't seen in the building before, and
A few ladies I haven't seen on this side of the building for a while.
you were talking about how you find that tough, Lee. You know, that your female fans and stuff.
Well, just on a Friday, often, you know what it's like on a Friday here. You've seen it. Often, there'll be party going on in Hauraki, and they'll be popping in, hanging out, loitering, I suppose, is a term for it. I haven't seen a lot today.
No, everyone's sort of gone home by the looks of it.
Never see them here for a clean-up, though, do you?
No, you
Never
do
do.
not, Matt.
Yeah.
Come on, we'll drink the Wakachangies and have a few, and then they just all bugger off. You know.
Well, it's lucky that you're that really clean guy, Matt, because when you come in and do the show on the Saturday, of course, you clean it all up. I think people know
I get the
that.
spray and wipe out. I get the Scotch Brite pads out.
I was looking at a thing just on this some website today, sort of sex tips and advice and stuff, and what do's and don'ts when you're making love.
Okay, should we get into that next?
Yeah, that's coming up very shortly.
Sounds good, mate. Hey, Tom, try and find us a winner, would you, mate? For the Save My Bacon. Thanks, mate.
It's that new Foster the People song.
Oh, is that new, is it?
Oh, it's a tune.
It's over. Should I stay or should I go?
Should I stay or should I go? That's the question we ask ourselves every day on this radio show, Jace.
Yes,
it
indeed.
not?
It is very much so, mate.
Text 3483. Should we stay or should we go?
Oh, you just love to get a bit of a slapping sometimes, don't you? You love it. To get a bit of a hiding from the textual machine.
You just got to remember, people, if we go, you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be worse than us.
It could be much worse
Keep
than
that
us.
in mind. Keep it in mind.
Well, you do, because I'm going to have to do it, I think.
No, but then you'd probably be roped into another aspect. They'll probably end up getting something like
Flinny from the hits. Oh, imagine
Yeah,
that.
imagine Flinny from the hits. My God.
Take my eyes.
There's someone called Jace for sure, though.
Yeah. Well, the Jason JJ fell through.
Oh, yeah, did too, yeah.
Yeah. Jason Gunn, who knew, eh? Bit of a primo.
Bit of a diva.
Well, boy, oh boy.
There's only one Jace.
Well, that's exactly what he said, Matt. There's only one Jace in the studio, thanks, Jace.
Unbelievable.
Hey, I was disappointed to see you weren't in Dancing with the Stars. What's that about? I thought you said you had been signed up for that. What's going on?
They asked me again. It's the 4th time I've been asked now. I said, look, guys, back off. I'm not interested.
But it's Dancing with the Staff, isn't it? I thought it was all just Media Works stuff.
Yeah, well, it is all just Media Works, pretty much.
No, that was Dancing with SARS.
Oh, Dancing with Stars. Are you in that one?
Yeah, I'm in that one.
Probably slip over a lot, wouldn't you?
Yeah. No, but I've been asked a number of times, and God, back off. I mean, how many celebrities now haven't gone through that show?
Well, they've never asked me.
Again, how many celebrities have? No, the interesting thing is, I was asked again, Candy Lane. I said, look, Candy, if I can dance with you,
She didn't hear our scenario that time,
I will
did
do
she?
it.
She didn't hear the scenario we did with you and
I think
Candy.
she did, actually.
Oh, okay. What did you say? I'll do it if what?
You're my partner.
Oh, right.
She said, no, I'm the judge. I said,
Right.
well, that's it then.
No go.
Only dance with the best.
Fair enough.
I want
mate.
candy or nothing.
Fair enough, mate. Here's Jane's Addiction. New one there from Muse on Daily Bhuja this Friday evening. Hope you're having a great day, by the way, in New Zealand. Thanks for listening.
That's right. And the thing that's just coming off the wire there, which we often get this sort of content coming through. I mean, a lot of this is common sense, isn't it? Like,
what content are you talking
well,
about?
the basic sex tips here.
Oh, right.
How to improve your love life. Do's and don'ts.
Right, okay, yes.
Do's, take your time.
Indeed.
Be this, exactly, you know this stuff. But don'ts, of course, don't answer the phone while you're making love. I mean, have you ever done that, Jace? Answered the phone while you've been making love?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Who was it?
My dad, I think.
Wasn't your wife, was it?
No, it wasn't my wife. No. It was my dad.
You certainly wouldn't want to answer the phone if your wife was calling.
Oh, no. I mean, if I was making love to someone other than my wife, I probably would not answer the phone if it rang while I was making love to someone else.
You'd put it on silent.
I put it on silent or vibrate.
Yeah.
Oh, no, just put it on silent.
You just put it on silent and maybe put it somewhere you're not really focusing on it, I would suggest.
Probably incorporate it if you put it on
Yeah,
vibrate.
I mean,
I don't even think you want to look at the phone.
Adultery 101, get the phone out of there if you're not having sex with your wife.
Yeah, exactly right.
Says
There's a bit of a
that
tip for
in
you.
Leviticus, doesn't it, in the Bible?
Yes, it does.
Chuck the
Well,
phone
in
on
a
vibrate.
roundabout way it does, yeah.
Chuck the phone on vibrate and incorporate it.
That's a really good point. If we went right back to the Old Testament and mobiles and social media actually existed, you think any social media sort of stuff would actually come up in the Ten Commandments? Thou shalt not, something like that, you know what I mean? It probably would, because it's such a huge part of this day and age. If it was such a big part back then, there's no way that wouldn't be mentioned.
Thou shalt not text, hey, you up, after 3 a.m. when you're hammered.
Yeah, when you're steamed.
When you're in an Irish pub and you're
What are you up to?
You shouldn't text or tweet or Facebook when you're steamed anytime.
Or send dick pics, Jace.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Learned
You
that
can't
lesson.
change the time on those, can you?
No.
Well, even if you do, it makes it look worse, actually. If you send a dick pic at 3 in the morning, and you go, oh, that's going to look terrible, looks like I'm drunk and that. So you change it to
9 a.m.
3 in the afternoon, or it actually looks worse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just after breakfast, you get a dick pic. Unbelievable. Okay, what have we achieved with that?
I don't think we've achieved anything. I don't think the listeners are any the wiser for that whole
I think
segment.
basically what we ascertained there was
Common sense?
don't answer the phone when you're making love.
Yeah, pretty much. Good call.
Yeah.
Daily Bhuja with KFC.
Metallica there on Daddy Bhuja. Look, mate, I'll be honest with you, Lee Hart, I've got nothing. What about you?
Oh, you mean content-wise?
Yeah, content-wise. You got anything?
Or just give me a minute. Hold on. Where are we in the show?
It's about the second to last voice break.
There's one more after this.
One more
after the end.
So you want something punchy, something maybe...
Oh, look, if you've got anything, just hit me with it, buddy. I've got nothing. I'm an empty vessel.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
I've got a lot of good shit, but I'm saving it for my night show.
Well, fair enough.
Should we just call this voice break then?
We've had such a good show so far. I'm surprised we're even doing a voice break here.
Yeah, no, the good call.
We don't need to.
Good call.
No one expects it. We've done enough.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Flag it.
You got any good limericks or anything?
No, flag it. We don't need to.
We don't need to do
We've
it, mate.
done enough.
What, have you not just heard what Lee said?
All right.
Eyes to the front, Matt. God, you're really bad at the moment with that stuff.
Oh,
really
We
bad.
might have to put some blinkers on Matt, like a horse.
Yes,
has.
I'm thinking
you know,
that.
like those horses that can't run straight. because they
Massively
keep-
distracted
you
all the
put
time.
those blinkers on you, so on a Friday when you've got people wandering around the studio, you can focus on your damn job.
well, who the hell made a radio studio's walls out of glass, for God's sake, right by the entrance? Give me a break.
Yeah, look, you know.
Jeez. Pull your head in a bit, buddy.
Can't sleep. Can't breathe.
It's a good song.
Gay.
Yummy boys.
Play this for Name That Tune on Monday. If anyone's tuned in, bit of a clue for you.
Heads up. Good heads up.
Everything getting harder to find.
What a hell of a show, Lee.
Yeah,
Hart.
look, you know, I'm not one to blow our own trumpets and stuff, but, you know, once in a while you do one. A show that you were at one for the ages.
I don't want to follow that. I don't want to follow that.
Yeah, no, fair call, Matty.
I don't want to follow that.
I feel sorry for you as well, man.
Yeah, Radio Awards. Hello.
Yeah.
Put a bow on that and send it off.
You know the problem? That show is too late to enter into this year's Radio Awards.
Yeah,
apparently.
That'd be
right. The cut-off was a couple of weeks ago. That's just ridiculous. So now we're going to have to put that into next year's Radio Awards. By then, everyone would have forgotten about it.
Yeah, exactly, mate, exactly. But, what's your plan for the weekend? Are you going away to the Marjorie? Oh, no.
Well, I'm going to have to go home and tidy the kitchen first.
Oh, yeah, no,
that I'll be doing. Then I'm going off to the, what is it? Oyster Festival, Mussel Festival, or Power Festival, or some sort of
like
seafood.
seafoody festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Well, it could be the Dargaville Oyster Power and Mussel Festival.
Well, it's actually in Hamilton. Which is kind of weird.
Obviously,
It's
not
sort of quite inland.
Yeah.
But it's the Hamilton Power, Mussel and Oyster Frozen Seafood Festival.
Right, okay. Oh, I've heard good things about that.
You
Yeah,
buy it out of the container, don't you?
Yeah, what they do, they get all the frozen seafood they've had for a couple of years, defrost it, cook it up, and beautiful.
Yeah, nice, mate, nice. Well, and you enjoy Mamma Mia tonight too, by the way. And Maddie, what's going on with you for the weekend?
I've got to bloody follow that show. Oh no, I've got my my little nephew's first birthday.
God, you do a lot of family stuff. You're a good boy. You're a good lad.
How about you, Jace? What are you doing?
Family stuff, I think.
Were you emceeing something tomorrow?
Oh no, that's on next Wednesday. Starship thing.
No, I thought it was like the engine gasket festival or something. Like
no, that's
two-stroke gasket festival.
No, mid-May.
Mid-May.
Yeah, two-stroke gasket festival. Looking forward to that. Should be good. Hey, New Zealand, thanks for tuning in today. It's been great having your company as always. I'm from Lee, myself, and the Night Wolf. Take care up there, and Bhuja to you!
Bhuja time.